to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on 30 Days of Sketches, day number 29. Almost to the end, guys. So, today's sketch was created by Natalie Archer. This is kind of a fun and funky sketch. It's got shapes, it's got squares and an oval, stars, triangles, place for a title. This kind of oblong piece of paper that is slanted. It's a pretty cool sketch all in all. So I am going to be using my counterfeit kit for October. This might actually be the last layout I do with it. I have not bashed the entire kit, but I have gotten really close. And if I use up as much as I think I'm going to use up on this layout, I will have virtually used up all the 49 and Market Elena. I will have a little bit of this left, but not a whole lot. So, the sad thing is I only have one photo. There are no more photos in this grouping, and it is a photo that I stole from my daughter-in-law, Lorraine, off of Facebook, of her and Scarlett when they were little. It was originally printed in a groove book. As you can see, the reprint is much, much better. So, this little one is actually almost as tall as I am now. This photo was taken in May of 2016. I think she comes to just below my shoulder. Now, granted, I'm not very tall. I am barely 5'4". Her daddy, my son, is 6'3", and her mom is probably 5'7" or 8". So I don't stand a chance with that genetics. Anyway, so I just have some various things that I'm going to do, and I will be creating 3 square elements, but they're going to be journaling and embellishments rather than just photos. Makes me sad because I love sketches with more than one photo on it, but I'm trying to scrapbook what I have printed out. And so we're going to go ahead and stop, and I'm going to make some cuts, and we're going to get started. I'll be right back. So I decided to bring this wood grain piece from my counterfeit kit, and I'm going to cut that slanted strip of paper out of the wood grain. I am just making the pencil lines, and I'm going to use my trimmer to cut it. I can't cut straight worth of crud, so I always try to use my trimmer when I can, and I'm kind of good at it. I can get it in there, and it works pretty well for me to do it this way, just kind of moving that paper and focusing on the line that I drew. And I will be scuffing the edges of this, so I guess it didn't matter if it was perfectly straight or not, but I wanted it to be straight. So this is the background piece. I'm making sure that it's going to fit on there where I intended it to go, and then we're going to get busy building the rest of the background. So I cut an oval shape out with my Silhouette or my Cameo. I used the Silhouette Studio software to find an oval, and you can draw your own basic shapes pretty easily on the Silhouette Studio software. I didn't. I just used a shape that I had in my library. Now the reason I'm cutting it in half is because it's not wide enough, and I don't want to cover it up is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to kind of just play with it here to get it where I want on this background, and then I'm going to scuff edges and get it glued down. Alright, my edges are scuffed, and I've glued everything down to the background. I decided to use one of the branding strips at the very top of the layout. I don't know why, I just thought I should use it. It's a very pretty branding strip. I actually would have loved an entire sheet of paper made with that design. It's very cool. Anyway, so I used the little window, and I backed it with a piece of scrap that I had sitting there off to the side when the video first started, and then I trimmed it and scuffed up the window. Now I'm gonna tape that photo onto the back of that little square frame, and I'm gonna add some fun foam to the back, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down right here on camera. I don't always glue things on camera, and in fact, for the most part, the bulk of the gluing and putting fun foam will be done off camera. But I did for this frame as well as these other two frames, you will see me go ahead and glue them on. So I forgot to scuff the edges of this frame and the other small frames. I'm going to do that really quick. And I realized that my frame for my picture, which is in the middle, is much larger than the others. And you know what? I kind of like that look. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some foam adhesive to the 4 sides of these frames. I'm going to do it for both of them, and then we're going to start laying out some embellishments and journaling places. All right, I'm going to start laying things down that I know that I have a place for. Now this little laser ephemera piece looks like elastic cord that's been tied real funky, and I kind of liked it at the base of my photo. I will have to glue it down with some liquid glue in place because it has pieces that move a lot, and I wanted to get some of them all tacked down. I know I'm taking the string off the tags. For whatever reason, I do not like that white string. Not sure why, I just don't like it. So every time I've used this set of tags, I have taken the string off of them. So I'm trying to make a place to journal right here. And I want to alternate where the eyelet is on the tag, so that's why I did that. And I'm leaving a place down at the bottom so that I can put some embellishments there. I'm tucking some leaves up in that upper right hand corner of the photo, and I put 2 postage stamps in the right frame. I'm also going to add that phrase strip, and I'm also going to add another set of leaves up there on that frame. I'm going to just kind of toss some butterflies on here. I think I end up using 5 butterflies altogether, or maybe it's only 4. Anyway, I also have some laser cut heart buttons that have string through the middle that are going to end up on the layout. There are 3 of those. And I have some little tiny flowers that I've got to decide where I'm going to put. I'm really trying to use up all of the pieces that I punched out of the laser ephemera pack because I just don't want to put it away. I will be perfectly honest, I'm exhausted. My scrap room is a trashed mess, and I don't need anything else to put away at this point. I know I'll get over it, and I will get everything cleared up next week after 30 days of sketches is over. I know I'm not the only one in this boat either. All right, I have my layout complete. I'm hoping that you can see where I took inspiration from the sketch. I pretty much stuck with this part here and the title, and I guess you could say I did a little bit of that as well. I added some splatters at the end, and as you can probably see, they're still pretty wet. I used abandoned coral Distress Oxide and Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide and my favorite white spray. So that makes this complete, and I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel. You guys make my day when you leave comments, and I really appreciate them. If you have any questions about anything that I did on this layout, just drop them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You guys have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye.